Paul and Natalie, nice to see you. We actually have some personal history with this guy. Paul flawlessly shipped our container from Las Vegas to Cuenca way back in May of 2010. Paul, tell us how long Relocation Services of Ecuador has been in business.
Hi, Cynthia, Ed, nice to see you guys. Always a pleasure to see our good friends. Well, Relocation Services as a company was open in the end of 2009. I've been in the import and export business for over 18 years. So I remember in 2009, the expats started to show up in Cuenca and in Ecuador. So I decided to open this business. It was a good business opportunity in order to offer a good service that you guys are used to have.
Okay. Now you're based in Cuenca, but you actually ship to anywhere in the country, right?
Yes. Actually, once the container arrives in the Guayaquil port, we do the customs there, and then we deliver it all over Ecuador. We have like really common parts like near to Quito, Cotacachi, Latacunga. Then we have the coast. So any part in the client says, I need a container in this city or in this town, we do it.
Take us through the process from the time that you get the initial contact from a customer, just real briefly. How does it go from there to it showing up here in Cuenca or wherever?
Sure. Well, the most important thing is I need to make sure the customers understand how this process works. That's the main thing. So I always take the time to have a Skype meeting or phone conference with each customer so I can explain detailing how this process works, which I'm going to explain you in the next few minutes. Once we get in contact with the customer, I make sure they understand they have to go through a legal process, which means to get the resident visa first. Once the customers get the visa, we can move on with the container. The container process, it is a very important process because Ecuador allows you to bring one time only in your Ecuadorian life the chance to bring your household goods 100% duty-free. So we help each customer to make up their minds and make sure that they bring what they need to bring. So I go through this process and explain that we offer the full service for them, which means we control the booking of the container in United States and Canada or any country where the customer is located. We send the container to the customer's place. That means they could be the customer's house or the customer's warehouse, anywhere they have the boxes with the household goods. Once the container is there, they go the loading process. That means to put the boxes inside of the container, and once the container is already loaded, we lock the container. We do also the U.S. Customs because we are taking cargo out of the United States, out of Canada, or out of any country. So we do the customs in the origin country. Also, we do the ocean freight from any port in the United States, Canada, or any country to Guayaquil. Once the container arrives in Guayaquil, we do all the paperwork for the customer. The only paperwork and the most important paperwork the customers need to have, of course, besides the visa, it is the detailed shipping inventory. We do the inspections in Guayaquil. We don't go 99% of the times to Guayaquil. We go 100% of the time. We go, when we say we go, there will be Natalie or myself. We always like to go ourselves to make sure that all the process goes fine. Once we finish the inspection and the paperwork at the port, we release the container and we bring the container anywhere in Ecuador.
That's great to know.
Yeah, we remember that inventory list. That was.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Better.
Suddenly I have all of these memories.
Yeah, these flashbacks.
that are coming back.
But now it's more details than
that's-
before. Now it's more strict.
It
Now
was
it's
bad enough 6 years ago. So anyway, what are the different options as far as the sizes of containers that people can choose from?
yeah. We have different options for the client. When they ask for a full container, we have two sizes, but actually three options.
Oh,
We
okay.
have the 20-foot container, the 40-foot container, and the 40 high cube. For a high cube, it's only 1 foot higher than the 40-foot container. That's when they want to bring a whole unit. When the client says that he has less than to fill it up a full container, then we have another option for the client, and that is a lift van. A lift van is only 200 cubic feet, and then it's a wood box. It's created over the things of the client to cover. And then we have the pallets. The pallets is a wood base, but it doesn't cover, it's only came with a plastic wrap. So we have different options, but we always talk with the client and says, what is best, what is he bringing, and then based on that, we say, this is the best option for you. We always try to give the best to our client.
Excellent. So can you just give us a ballpark range of these different sizes that Natalie was talking about? What is the cost of a 40-foot and a 20-foot, or
Okay.
just list those two?
Well, in order to quote each customer, I need to have the exact address, including the zip code, because my service will be home to door service, so includes everything. And it's a big fact how far you are from the port, because the inland transportation in United States and Canada and Europe, it is a really expensive thing to do it, but we need to handle that. But to give you an average price, from the US, a 20-foot container could be something between $7,500 to $8,500, all included, home to door service. And for the 40 high cube container, the price could be between $600 to $1,200 more expensive than the 20-foot container.
It's not much difference.
No.
And you have double size.
I think we
Fill it up
got
the
the biggest
things.
one.
Yes.
I think we did.
And really the truth, because of the price difference is nothing, most of the customers go for the bigger container.
Exactly.
And people ask me, why is the difference so small? Easy. We have to use the same truck for 20 and 40. We drive the same distance for 20 and 40.
Same documentation.
We do the same paperwork for 20 and 40. So everything is the same. The only difference, really, it is the ocean freight itself
I see.
on the vessel company for the 20 versus the 40. That's it. Yeah.
Well, that's great to know. Okay, I think this about wraps it up. Paul, Natalie, thank you for talking with us today and sharing important information about your company. Everyone at Cuenca High Life wishes you continued success with your business.
Thank
you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Ed. Thank you, Cynthia, for stopping by the office. And you guys, you are always welcome to stop anytime.
Cool.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.